Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. INFPs are passionate and inspiring leaders who believe in making the world a better place. They have a keen focus on personal development, both in themselves and in those around them, while usually preferring to stay out of the spotlight. INFP leaders step up when it is a cause they strongly believe in. INFPs take a laid-back approach to life, having little care or opinion about most things, being very much concerned only about things they are deeply passionate about. They do not like to keep schedules and calendars, only doing it because they deem it necessary. Despite the nonchalant front, INFPs do have ideas but will only express it only to those close to them. If INFP believes that the work they do contributes to this vision, it can become very motivated and focused in its pursuit, often demanding excellence and perfection from itself. Today, let's talk about INFP leadership and how the INFP handles managing others. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. INFP's leaders are encouraging individuals who believe in the inherent potential in every single person. With the same lens they look at circumstances, INFPs see beyond who an individual is and focus on what they could be. They are also extremely discerning, able to read others quickly and understand what makes them tick. INFPs make great counselors, and as a result, however, INFP leaders may often avoid giving negative feedback, even when it is necessary to do so. They may also become too trusting and too accommodating to others, and may end up giving up their leadership to please their followers. While leadership roles are important, not everyone is suited to these positions. Some people are meant to lead, while others prefer to follow or even just remain on their own. For some people, it isn't that they would make for bad leaders. They don't feel comfortable or happy in these types of positions. It takes a specific type of person to fit well into leadership roles, as well as enjoy them. Being a leader isn't made for everyone, which isn't at all a bad thing. For some people, it just doesn't feel right having to command others and be the one to keep them all organized and focused. The INFP leadership roles can be a bit stressful. They often have their way of looking at things that might not fit into these positions. INFPs are often independent people who like to be on their own or with a small group of loved ones. They might even be the type of people who challenge authority and leaders, especially ones they do not trust or believe have an accurate moral compass. While most INFPs might shy away from leadership positions, that doesn't necessarily mean they're incapable of filling these roles if the situation calls for it. It is often far more complex than a simple yes or no answer, especially when it comes to personality types who tend to walk their complex paths in life. How about you? As an INFP or any other personality type, can you handle managing others? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. INFP leaders. As leaders, the INFP is often supportive and helpful and wants to encourage their team to work together and remain positive. INFPs are good at motivating people to believe in themselves and feel a sense of comfort in their presence. INFPs don't want to push people too hard and often have different means of helping them get things done. Instead, they try to give people a sense of inner confidence, showing them that they can believe in themselves to achieve their goals. When the INFP is in a leadership position, they want to give people space to be themselves without a sense of judgment. Sometimes this can work quite well, often depending on the environment. With the right group of people, the INFP leader can excel, so long as they have people who enjoy their tender way of approaching things. The INFP can bring people together and make for a pleasant experience. The INFP would rather be in a leadership role where they are free to encourage people and don't have to command them or force them to remain organized. Creative environments are much better for them, especially if there are people who can handle the organization without needing someone to force their hand. Where INFPs struggle is when they are in an environment that requires schedules and strict guidelines. They don't want to be the enforcer and become rather drained and unhappy in these positions. INFPs don't feel comfortable demanding that people follow the rules, and when they have to be strict with people, it becomes rather tiresome. These positions do not feel natural for the INFP, and they might find themselves struggling to fit in comfortably. INFPs don't want to feel like they are bossing people around or forcing them to behave a certain way. If they need to adhere to strict rules and deadlines, the INFP won't enjoy the role of leader and might not be capable of really living up to it. While INFPs possess many talents and skills, keeping organized isn't one of them. They prefer freedom and space, and so being someone who has to enforce these rules doesn't make them much sense for the INFP. While they might want to try and be the best they can at this role, it is something that likely exhausts the INFP. They just aren't made for giving orders and ensuring that each person is following them correctly. While INFPs can be supportive and helpful bosses, being someone who has to step up and be a strict leader isn't for them. INFPs are much more laid-back people who want to give others space to be themselves, which doesn't include commanding them to follow their rules. Before we continue, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the Official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. INFP as followers. While INFPs might not be the best at leading, they also aren't fans of following in most cases. INFPs are likely to challenge authority, especially when it seems wrong and doesn't make sense. INFPs are more than capable of falling in line and respecting the rules, but only if they make sense and seem like the right thing to do. When the rules are fair and the leaders appear to be sincere, then the INFP is perfectly capable of listening and following their instructions. They don't mind doing what someone requests of them. They just don't want to do this blindly and without paying attention to their actions. INFPs are moral people, and these inner morals are very important to them. For the INFP, it would be very wrong to simply do what someone says because they are told they must. Instead, they want to follow their hearts and do what they believe to be the right and good thing. While INFPs might not love being leaders in most situations, they also aren't ones to blindly follow. For the INFP, it is important to follow their hearts and morals, which makes them more inclined to walk their path in life. They care about connecting with others, but can also be very independent people. They want to be able to do what feels right to them and go after their dreams without having people standing in their way.